welcome to this week's Neebs. We don't do this weekly, do we?
No, it's bi-weekly.
Welcome to this bi-weekly Neebs cast.
Yes, and we want to start off with something good and uplifting.
Yeah.
Like fun stuff.
Positive, fun thing.
Like what?
Balloons, cakes, stars.
I planted a bush the other day.
You did
bush.
what?
Yeah.
What?
What kind of bush?
A spitoporum.
I
I know you know what that is.
No,
Nope.
what is it?
It's a bush.
Yeah,
Just
but
bush.
why?
Just one bush?
Well, I had some bushes that died,
Oh.
and now there's like a bare spot.
So you were
My
married to
backyard.
that type of bush.
It has to match the other bushes.
Yeah, I
There
know.
you go. Okay.
Maybe you're not cut out for keeping bushes up
Bushery.
if other ones
The bushes have been
died.
there for years.
Oh, okay.
So I think something got into them and ate them.
Feeding them bleach.
What's going to prevent that from happening again?
Sometimes bugs are just seasonal, aren't they? Remember a few years ago we had these little brown-looking ladybugs? They were everywhere.
Oh yeah,
And
they
then
were
they
awful.
just disappeared.
Did they bring in a beetle to fight the kudzu?
Might have been the same one.
Maybe it got its. I remember driving through Charlotte once years back, and I was like, "What the fuck are all these bugs I've never seen?" They were everywhere.
You know what's crazy? Some people don't know what kudzu is.
Right.
You know what's crazy is this isn't fun.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fun.
this
crazy.
is super fun.
Nothing fun about
Kudzu,
this.
nothing's
When's the last time
more
you
fun than
planted a bush?
kudzu.
Super
Oh,
relatable.
well, no, I wasn't bashing your bush. It was about the kudzu.
Yeah, don't bash his bush.
Yeah.
What's the kudzu saying?
I don't know the saying. I didn't know there was
First
one.
year it sleeps, second year it creeps, third year it leaps.
Really?
Fourth year, it's
Something like that. Like it grows real slow, and then all of a sudden, boom! It's
Yeah.
covering the power lines.
Yeah, and it's pretty to see, but all of a sudden it like
Chokes everything.
chokes out the entire vegetation underneath it.
Almost
too
killed my
bad.
cat.
Yeah. It's
Your
the
cat needs to move.
Yeah, fat
MMA
cat.
champion of
Yeah.
plants.
So then they brought in this beetle to eat the kudzu, and I don't know if that's working.
I think it ate my bushes.
You guys just clouds of beetles.
I think
Well, there's a beetle cloud.
We got to
like-
bring in the locusts.
there's been a lot of mess ups. You hear stories. Oh, we're bringing this in to take care of this thing, and usually that goes wrong.
Always, almost,
Yep.
it seems.
Right. So
Let's
why?
bring in the fire ants to take out the elephants.
Right. Damn fire ants. I get one bite, just one bite, and it's itchy for days.
fire ants suck.
One single bite, and it turns into like a pimple. I got a whitehead.
Ugh.
Oh, it's gross.
I'm glad we're talking about these positive things.
Yeah.
Like,
I heard something pretty damn
Whitehead.
interesting about on the fire ant tip on the old NPRs. I think it was a Science
Impossible.
Friday a few weeks ago, whatever. An Argentinian fire ant, right? That made its way, countless reasons on a freight ship or whatever up through to Southern California. But they found out that it's made its way to like Northern California, and they started doing these tests where they would like introduce this Argentine fire ant into like a different colony. And they were doing this all the way up California, and wherever they introduced it, they were accepted. And that doesn't really happen. So it was just saying that this ant had spread so far.
Huh.
But then they started taking it out of. It stopped a little bit north of
Just start taking
San
their jobs.
Francisco. Yeah, start taking
Yeah.
their germs. But they found that these ants are across the world on different, continents. It's everywhere, and it's accepted everywhere.
They're just super charismatic. They just
They've got a network that's worldwide.
really.
Yes,
That's who really owns the planet, the ants.
the ants
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
It's pretty fascinating. Ants
God,
are
good thing those things aren't big. Jesus. We wouldn't stand a chance.
I didn't like that movie.
Which one?
Ants.
Ants. With
The
the
DreamWorks, the animation, Woody
yeah, with
Allen?
that. Yeah. Woody Allen, the guy who didn't he
Were
like
you-
marry his daughter or something?
Were you a bigger
know.
fan of A Bug's Life?
No, not a big fan of Bugs
See, I
Life
like
either.
Ants better than Bug's Life.
I think I
Bug's
did
Life
too.
was like Pixar's second movie, I want to say.
I don't want insects. I don't need insects.
Beetlejuice.
Huh?
I don't think that has to do with bugs.
No, that was just his name.
Just as,
Yeah.
Just trying to change the subject.
Yeah, that was good. It was,
was a good transition,
I'm
right?
surprised they haven't done like an animated movie on like parasites.
Yeah.
You got the parasite.
Animated tapeworms.
Good luck going. Good night.
Randy Newman.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Worms.
I like Randy Newman.
Who doesn't? Everybody does.
I love his voice.
Oh
I
God.
love his voice. 1 out of 8
funny.
people listening
Look.
knows who he is.
No,
Yeah, we're
like-
that's super relevant.
Everyone knows the Toy Story song.
I know, but they probably don't know.
You got
he
a friend
did
in me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You got a friend in me.
that guy.
This
He
is
sounds
fun
like
and happy.
everything. Yeah, it is.
You got a friend in me.
That's not fun to hear.
What did you?
But like to me,
Yeah, but-
there are certain singers who it was like, did somebody lose a bet to have to give these people a record deal?
All right, real quick, thick. If you had to go to one concert,
Yeah, out of the
Buffett
two.
or Newman.
Oh, Buffett.
Oh no,
Over
Randy
Randy
Newman all
Newman.
day,
Yeah.
all
I'm
day.
doing Randy Newman all day.
Yes, he's a great
there's-
songwriter.
There's no alcohol at a Randy Newman concert.
Well,
What's
that's
the
up to
one-
you.
know that.
There's no Floridian cougars there either.
You have no idea.
What's the name of the song? It's like Short
Short
People
people
Got No Reason
Some of
to
his shit's
Live.
funny.
That's crazy.
That's
and
Randy
dark.
right
Newman.
now.
That was a hit, baby.
Yeah,
That was
it
like
was.
top 10.
No, I'm
Newman
going, I'm going
or
to Buffett. I'm going
yeah,
to Buffett.
I'm just gonna wear
Yeah.
headphones.
No way.
I feel like I'd go to Buffett too.
I'm doing the Newman experience,
You know
and I'm
what?
not going to be a loser like that.
Honestly, you ever see Buffett get nominated for an Oscar?
Oh, hey,
no.
at our concert,
No.
we're going to have grass skirts, girls in like coconut bras. You're going to have like cardigans. And
Intelligent people.
My chances of getting laid are way higher at a Buffett
Of course,
concert.
I'll take Buffett if
That's
you're trying to
why
get
I'm going to
tail.
Buffett.
Sure.
That's not the point.
Well, are you going to go there and like talk science with
We're gonna
people?
listen
or are you
to
gonna
the
listen to
music.
music and dance?
But don't you expect me to put my fin to the right or the left?
I will do both. I'll even go front and back.
I'm done with this argument.
Yep.
Who is a music artist that you say to yourself, there's no way this person should have received a record deal or have ever made an album?
Oh God, all of them. When that pop station my wife listens to, all of them.
Well,
Every fucking one of them that comes up.
Oh, you're just talking
I don't know,
every
it's
song.
Just in general, a lot of the,
pop music.
Well, they churn out some very cliche
Oh, it's all crap.
bullshit.
It's
and
all crap.
Yeah, it's garbage. One person that comes to mind, and I love and respect his music because he's a good songwriter and stuff, but voice-wise, you're like, huh, interesting, that made it. Tom Petty.
yeah. Nobody ever says Tom Petty as a handsome man either.
So, I mean, like, it was the time that it didn't matter then. These days it would matter because he's not pretty enough. You know
Simon,
what I mean?
you want to weigh in on this? You like Tom Petty, don't you?
I do.
I like Tom
I like
Petty,
Tom Petty's
okay?
music a lot.
Absolutely.
For me, another one is Dave Matthews. I respect him as a songwriter and musician, but he sounds like a donkey. Hee ho ho, hee ho, hee ho,
Buddy.
hee ho.
But he can sing.
I like donkeys. I like the
I
way
do
he
too.
sings.
Singing donkeys.
donkeys.
You know,
Oh, hey, hey.
yeah. Like what? Here's a what the hell is it? Neil Young.
Oh,
Right? But guess, yeah, I've actually grown into.
That's another one of Thick's favorites to hate.
But you know what? He's actually a good songwriter.
He's a
and you
good
kinda-
songwriter.
you get-
I don't like his voice.
Yeah, he sounds like somebody sticking.
Neebs, do the old man. You got that? You got a.
Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you.
See, kids, you
Maybe
can
even
do
higher.
anything. These guys had such balls, like to actually say, "I'm going to be a singer," and people around him in the beginning, they're probably like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I respect Neil Young. He's classic.
I do too.
I respect anybody that can build an audience, like based on their singing or musical ability. Of
course.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's
But
just
I hate
odd
most of them.
sounding.
Except for
well,
Jimmy
yeah.
Buffett. You can't.
Yeah.
There's no respect
Hey,
there.
no, I
No.
respect him.
Dude, he
he's
has
a
got-
very smart businessman. He's made
Yeah,
a killing.
yeah.
Here's
he
how
is.
it went down with Buffett. He was praying to Jesus one night. The devil showed up, was like, hey, I'll make you a deal. You'll get a record deal with your voice. I just need your soul. And he's like, I can even write a song about cheeseburger? You can write a song about whatever the fuck you want. Okay.
That is
That's a
exactly what
fact.
happened.
That's a fact.
Damn.
Yeah. Check his wiki.
Devil showed up.
He had a margarita in hand, a cheeseburger half eaten, wearing flip flops, and shat himself.
Who got the better deal there?
I would say Buffett because now devil's stuck with Buffett's soul. That's true.
That's true.
Oh, I got to do the fins to the left again.
Every half hour in hell. Oh, there's a hurricane!
Oh, we can't keep
There
on
we go.
retelling these stories.
Sell!
I know we can't retell it, but Margaritaville is hell.
Yeah, go
It
back
really
and watch
is.
our
It really
Myrtle
is.
Beach trip if you want to hear the rest of that story.
We should
We
do
saw Margaritaville in Mexico. I was on vacation in Mexico recently. It was like my first vacation in a long time.
So it's an invasive species.
But yeah, it was there.
And also Jimmy Buffett's
It's like
a
that
smart businessman.
Argentinian ant.
It's like that fucking ant.
I mean, imagine that. Restaurants all over the world based around a shitty fucking song.
Yeah.
I mentioned Mexico. I had a funny incident in Mexico with a cab driver. This really, really old guy. Like, he could have gone at any moment during the cab ride. But his phone rang, and he had the most interesting ringtone. It was two cats viciously fighting. I was like, and he let it go for a long time
Wow.
before he answered
Wanted to
it.
make sure you enjoyed it as much as he.
I'm like, you gonna get that?
He just looked back when you asked that.
Yeah, he hissed at me.
That's fucking nuts.
I will give a pro tip about traveling to Mexico, specifically Cancun. If you're going to go there, only take carry-on, which was what we did,
Oh, yeah.
because the lines check your luggage in Cancun back onto a plane. If you want to check it onto a plane, 2.5 hours long, like the whole day.
Fuck that.
Carry-on and suppositories is pretty much the only way to go.
Yeah.
Now, Thick and I fly out tomorrow for a few days. Leaving Wilmington's not a big deal, but it's going to be my first TSA pre-check
Oh, you got
trip.
qualified for
I've been
pre-check.
approved.
Tell us about that. How'd you
Well,
do that?
I
Really?
filled
Are we
out-
doing this?
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
it's nice because you
People
watch
need to know
people.
this.
When you get to the airport, you watch people just walk right through. You're like, motherfucker. You get a little jelly, you know?
I never even noticed it before.
Oh, because they're walking right through
Yeah.
while you're in line and miserable. So I just filled out this whole thing online. I thought it was going to take a while to set up an appointment. It didn't. I could have picked the next day if I wanted, but I picked 2 days from then. Went in, took 5 minutes. They got my fingerprints. I gave them $85, and then you wait for approval.
$85?
Is that
Yeah.
for the year?
And it's for 5 years.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah, that's very reasonable.
5
is
years,
reasonable.
and you can walk
Very
straight
reasonable, yes.
straight through without going through the whole security process, and you can take liquids.
Hey, when you fly, make sure you have a bottle of water. I want to confirm this.
or a bucket of water.
Yeah. You know what? I'm still like afraid to do that. It feels weird. You feel guilty
No,
about something
you
you,
have
shouldn't
to do
be.
this.
I know.
It's a small step.
Okay.
for
done.
I'd be waving it above my head, like, "Hey, look at me, everybody!
what I can
I'm
take."
special."
I'd have
You're
one of
gonna-
those double can hats with a
Yeah.
straw on it.
Yeah.
I'll do it after you as long as you get through with the hat with the cans on the side.
Well, that'll be the next time. I'd have to get one of those, and please, nobody send us one.
Last time we talked about banana slicers, we got like 7 in the mail,
Yeah.
Right. No, thank you.
which still wasn't enough.
So,
Right.
Yeah, let's talk about Tesla cars now.
The most valuable car maker in the United States?
talked about
Well,
Tesla
I was
cars.
saying it so we would get one sent to us.
Oh,
You
yeah.
mean
Think like I'm thinking.
Yeah.
you mean the
clever boy.
wonderful Tesla cars?
They're only
Boy.
$35,000.
Not the new
for
cheap one. We want the big one.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
That takes
we'll take either.
petroleum-based. Yeah,
Runs on
whatever.
manure.
Yeah.
That's hard to get around here.
What, manure?
If I said go out and get some manure for your car or gas,
It would
which one
take
could
some
you
time.
do quicker?
I just drive down Sidbury. There's tons of manure on Sidbury.
It'd probably take you 4 hours to walk around that pasture and get enough manure for a car.
How much? But how much manure are we talking? Like
Are we really
a gallon
talking
of
like-
How
manure?
much manure does it take to fill up a Tesla?
And do you have to
Am
boil
I
it
crazy?
down?
No, you're not crazy. I'm
They don't
upset
have,
with
they don't
him.
have a manure
'cause
station
he's
around the
finally
corner.
arguing
said
this.
everything. How
That's
much
it.
manure does it take to fill up a Tesla? We've said it all now.
Yeah, that might cover
Yeah,
it.
that's the last thing on the list. We've done it.
And that's a
Shut the
Jimmy
channel down,
Buffett
guys.
song.
We're done.
Yeah.
How much manure does it take to fill up a Tesla? Fins to the left.
Here comes a hurricane!
Manuricane. Salt.
So what's going on in the news? We got the United debacle, which is fun.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that's
crazy.
super fun.
I
Really
don't know
fun
the whole
stuff.
story.
Nah.
But I think if I had an airline, I would never pull a customer off
Nah,
a plane.
like
the
that-
airline didn't do it. The airline called the police.
Yeah, but they
and
had
then
it
the police
done.
did it. But yeah, it's like
I think
yeah.
my solution would have been, because you hear that all the time, and you wonder, how do they always overbook these planes? This shouldn't be that common.
It shouldn't be.
But it always happens. And if it was me, I would think you keep raising the stakes. $1,000, whoever jumps off. Like, to me, that would be worth $1,000 and to have to pull somebody off
It's
the plane.
getting worse, it seems, on the, when they make that announcement. It used to be a ticket, like was automatic or something like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Round
last
trip
time we
ticket,
last
too.
time we flew, I noticed that they kept upping it. They started out.
Oh,
it's
they
like,
did?
Yeah, it was like okay,
Oh.
somebody if
They
we're
start with
looking-
like a $50 voucher now.
Yeah, they
it's
start
like
super
bullshit.
low.
Yeah.
Here's a
And then-
pack
Give you
of
a drink.
peanuts.
And then by the end of it, it was like, yeah, hey, whoever volunteers, $800
And
plus
a handy.
free night at the hotel. And
Yeah.
They
it's
should
like,
have a
Jesus.
like an auction guy from, hey,
that'd be fun.
yeah.
I went up to the desk at one point in time, and I was like, "Look, give me 2 round trip tickets to Dubai, first class.
I'll get off.
and I'll get off." And they're like, "Sir, this is basically an empty flight." And I was like, "Okay, I'll take coach."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gave in, huh?
Yeah,
Instead of those $20,000 in tickets.
yeah,
It's weird that they can even overbook. Like that sounds crazy. In
Yeah,
my
that's
mind.
a
like
bad
they ought to
thing.
know. Okay, we have X amount of seats. You've sold X amount of tickets.
What other business does that?
One would think. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You get in the movie theater. Nope, sorry.
And then you get
We ever
picked,
met-
and then you're the one. Like that guy's the whole. You're the one that got fucked. It's like overbooked. How did they know? They let him on without
after
a
he was
seat?
on the plane.
After he's on the plane.
That's
Crazy.
Yeah.
Who was more important than him to like have him have to? And I heard the CEO apparently said he was belligerent. I don't know any of
Yeah,
this.
see, a fact like that would change the outcome.
Of course. So you just see the cell phone
Yeah.
footage, and then you develop your own opinions based on not knowing the full thing.
I heard that he actually pulled down his pants, stuck his own finger up his own ass, and started waving it in the air.
And gave himself an exam.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
all
what I
clear.
heard.
Clear for takeoff.
Who's next?
Crazy thing is when he ran back on, like they
I didn't
dragged
see
him
that
off.
one.
He comes running back in, and then there's like he grabs the curtain between like first class and coach, and it's just like, no, I need to go home. I need to go
Wasn't
home.
his wife on there as well?
I have no idea. But still, it's just it's nuts that they would drag somebody off a plane that violently.
Would have been much more humane to just go and give him like an injection.
And knock his ass
Yeah,
out.
really.
And,
Yeah.
Oh, Sleepy Pants
but
needs
that
to go.
Drink dart or something.
Hit him with a bola.
Just give him a free drink, and it's roofied.
No.
No, none of this. None of these are good ideas. We're just this guy probably
You should
went
run
for
an
it. We're
airline.
just
that would
joking.
be easier to do in first class
Yeah.
because they
I'm
get
the
drinks
only
first.
guy in coach getting a free drink. That's weird.
Yeah.
You wake up at Margaritaville.
Yeah. Okay.
The YouTube ad boycott's still going on.
Right, which I know nothing about, and
Explain.
I should.
Explain to our audience what's happening.
I mean, God, there's
short.
we're late to the party here. There's been a million videos on it already.
But we haven't talked
We haven't
about
voiced
it.
our opinion. I don't even know what it is yet.
It's not news until we voice
yeah,
our
well, it's
opinion.
basically there was a couple of articles come out from the Wall Street Journal that were saying, hey, your advertisers, your content might appear next to ISIS videos or Nazi videos, and then they actually showed like, yeah, there was some really questionable content that these ads were appearing next to. And then so all the old like advertisers, there was Pepsi, Johnson & Johnson, several of them just pulled out. Verizon, yeah, they said we're taking all of our ads off of YouTube until we have a little bit more control and know what our ads are going to be placed on what type of content.
Okay.
So YouTube's in a scramble. They enacted a new policy where if you start a YouTube channel, you have to get at least 10,000 views on your channel before your channel gets monetized, and
Saw
that's
that,
lifetime views. So that's not the views of a video.
Right.
That's
Lifetime
views of
the
the channel. Everyone flipped out over that, as people tend to do. They're like, I gotta get 10,000 views per video, I only get 7,000.
So you
My
think that-
channel's dead.
That might help a little bit with, if you just start a channel tomorrow called I Hate Blue People
Yeah.
and put up hate videos, you can't put ads on.
Right.
You'd have to get 10,000 views first.
Yeah,
so-
and we've seen on YouTube over the years, like certain words in your titles or keywords, like if you have those words in there, that video gets demonetized pretty
and
quick.
we had a bunch of videos get claimed as possible inappropriate videos, and they turned out they weren't, but they had words like fighting in it, or I don't know. I think I can see both sides of the story a little bit. Yeah, if I have
Yeah.
a product, I don't want
Sure.
it to be on a hate video, but the same side of the coin, it's like most people that use YouTube know that sponsor isn't going, oh, I like this video.
Right.
It's just a random kind of thing.
Yeah, you can't make that tie,
No.
It's just too many damn videos.
And
out
also,
there.
like, the math doesn't add up. It's like, what's the percentage of hateful speech videos being
Yeah.
uploaded compared to the percentage of just normal content?
Yeah. You're like 1 versus
0.01%.
5 million.
Yeah,
Most of
exactly.
these are cat videos.
Yeah, but some advertisers jump back in quickly because like they were like, yes, we're pulling our ads off YouTube, and then a few days later they see, oh shit, no one's going to our website anymore. We're putting our ads back
Yeah.
on YouTube. I mean, because I don't think YouTube's not going anywhere. It does. I would love to see more competition in the field, and I know Facebook,
Amazon would be the
VidMe's
one.
kind of that's one website that's kind of on the rise a little bit.
VidMe?
VidMe, but they're not advertiser supported. It's more tip supported.
Okay.
So different audience, but still a place where creators can upload their content and get paid, but not based on ad revenue, based on subscriptions. It's like $2.99 per channel to subscribe to, and then also you can tip a video. So you watch a video, I like this video, I'm going to throw $1 tip to this guy.
Gotcha.
So different business model, but I like that a platform like that is on the rise.
We get emails all the time from people saying, hey, we want to do a sponsored video with you guys. So, that's an option, but normally when they contact us, it's for shit that we don't want to do. And a lot of the time it's like mobile games.
Yeah, no, fuck
And it's
those.
like, no. So my fear, I don't even throw out like a ridiculous number because my fear is one of these days I'm going to be like, okay. Now we got to do a Candy Crush.
we got to do a Candy
video.
Crush ad, but
Yeah.
hey, we're getting paid $100,000.
Yeah, but that is an option
If someone
for...
offers you $100,000, we're doing it.
we're doing that
We're
video
gonna make the best
I
fucking Candy Crush ad ever.
ever seen.
Look, no numbers have been thrown out. I don't want to do that to our audience.
Okay.
I mean, like...
but they'll understand if someone
they
pays us
would.
If we're honest with them,
$100,000.
Yeah, because we would follow up with a $100,000 song. Like after that, we just made $100,000.
Candy Crush. Putting candy in your mouth.
Candy to the left.
we could afford
Randy
to have
Newman.
guest appearance from
Buffett collab.
Buffett.
Nah.
Randy Newman.
Maybe.
Well, speaking of candy, this is kind of a good segue for ear candy. And what is associated with ear candy? Audible. Audible. Tell them
Nice
about
segue. That was
Yes.
seamless.
See?
Seamless
Tell
fucking segue.
them about Audible, Neebs.
New year, same old commute. Let traffic crawl while your pulse races.
Pulse races? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about learning while I drive or listening to a story, Simon. I'm talking about Audible.
Yes. That's a good way to lead into this.
Listen, I love this service because when I'm in my car, I am always listening to something. And with Audible, the app is free and it works on iPhones, iPad, Android, and for Windows Phone.
That's cool.
Most people have those things.
And you use it on your drives going back home, and you use it on your way to work. You learn stuff when listening.
I love music, but I love to learn in my car. And
Right.
when I'm traveling, I like to hear stories sometimes. Also, they have great listen guarantee. You know what that is?
Yes, I do.
What?
If you don't like it, like you listen to it, and you go, I don't like that, and then you can go, nah, I don't want it, and then they give you whatever it is back.
Man, you're knowledgeable, Simon.
Yes, I am.
So guys, you can't make more time, but you can make the most of it. Turn your commute into something more with a free trial at Audible. Go to audible.com/Neebs to start now.
Yes. Good job, Neebs.
Thanks, Simon.
Good
Nice.
stuff. But as far as our channel, we've seen a revenue drop on our channel for sure.
Yeah.
I think we'll be able to weather the storm because our overhead's fairly low. Except there are 6 of us. But I mean, some of these YouTube channels are going to take a bigger hit because they have a lot more employees than we do.
If we had a lot of people to deal with, it could be ugly.
I think the ad revenue will come back, and if it doesn't, well, I don't mind going out and getting another regular job.
I do.
I definitely
What the
do.
fuck
yeah.
is wrong with you?
Yeah. Absolutely do not want to.
I'm adaptable.
Well, you're just gonna go make cartoons and stuff on.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
no
that's
talent.
true.
I can't
can
do anything.
Kickstarter, yeah.
Yeah.
Cartoons.
I'm gonna go make straw hats in Charleston.
And I'll have to go hook
It's,
back on
it's
the
like
corner.
going to Nashville to be a musician.
Oh, everybody's doing it now.
Yeah, like
God.
all the straw hat makers are down there.
They're all there.
You have to go somewhere where they don't have straw hat makers.
I have a better
Like
chance
Alaska.
of making it as a film
Alaska.
and television actor than a straw hat maker in Charleston, don't I?
Yeah.
So, subject change.
Pizza.
Nah, we've done that so many
Really?
times.
I
I love pizza.
Well,
don't get
no,
me
here's
wrong.
what I want to say because I just did something on Twitter. I posted a picture of pizza with ham and pineapple on it.
That's right, you did.
And there's like a lot of shit going on the internet right now where people are pissed off saying that no, pineapple should not be allowed on pizza.
There was a time when people said
It-
women shouldn't go to school.
That's
Those are
actually
the same people.
That's a thing because
thing.
I think
Who
if
gives a
you
shit?
like pineapple on pizza, then you'd get pineapple on
Yeah.
pizza. And why does it fucking bother anyone else?
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
a very dumb thing to
it's
be
so
upset
dumb.
with.
You can put whatever you want on pizza.
Yeah,
We need
no
better things
Yeah.
to talk about.
I don't have to like it, but I also don't. I'm not going to tell you to stop.
This is crazy, and I had to send a message to corporate from where I live. New thing going on. So speaking of pizza, this is why I thought of it. Kinda. There's a pizza place going right next to where I live. It's essentially attached to the building that the 2-bedroom apartments are on where I'm at.
Okay.
Which you guys haven't seen, but anyway, it's supposed to be a really good place. She's like a Michelin-rated chef, and it's like one of those farm to plate kind
Michelin-rated?
of.
Yeah,
Pizza
you
farm.
can have 3 stars, 3 Michelin stars, the highest rating a restaurant can
Here,
get.
Michelin, I think tires.
Like the tire.
Yeah.
Right, but it's a restaurant kind of
Okay,
rating
so
system.
she's
stuff
got
like-
she's got
Yeah, and
stickers
our
stuff
friend
on the
Josh
restaurant.
Stickers and
shoots
tires.
her show, that
Oh, yeah,
PBS
yeah,
thing.
yeah, the
So
Chef's Life.
This is one of her restaurants,
Chef's
and
Life.
it's a really really nice pizza place apparently. That has caused this parking thing where I live, and this is fucking nuts. So they recently numbered all the spots in our parking lot, right?
Okay.
And the spot directly in front of my apartment is 17. Okay, so I was wondering how they were going to work this all out. And one day I come home and they got all these like slips in our doors. So I look at the slip and it says that my assigned parking spot is number 2. So I'm like, where the fuck is 2?
Right.
It's on the other side of the building.
It's on the roof.
It's on the other side of the building in a handicap spot that has a $250 fine if you park there. I'm in a handicap apartment.
Was this on April Fool's Day?
No. Everyone's spots are like all over the place. And it's
They got you
because
in a handicap place where you're going to get fined if you use your parking
yeah,
place.
they happen to put me in that apartment because I'm sure they were trying to fill it out, and I don't
Okay.
mind having all that extra space in the bathroom and stuff. Doesn't bother me. But I'm not handicapped, so I obviously can't park in that fucking spot. you know?
Right.
It's insane to me. But the front side of my building, this is the problem, is now all the pizza. So there's 4 other apartments that their parking lot is all for the pizza place. So they have to park on the other side of the building too. So they've got like strangers parking in front of their door. It's insane to me. It's like they sold out to a pizza place.
That is crazy.
And now I'm supposed to park in it. So obviously I went to the office, I told them about it, and they said, well, you should probably send a message to Corbin. I'm like, what the fuck do you guys do?
You should probably be handicapped.
Yeah, I got to get a handicap sticker.
Oh, I can help you with that.
Which part?
The writing to corporate, the things that you can do with that, because there are some companies that they will get so scared that they will bend over backwards as soon as you contact certain people, like
Of course.
Attorney General and
Better Business Bureau?
not just Better Business
Well,
Bureau,
right,
but
but
like Attorney General is the one that they're like, fuck, we don't want to.
I mean, it's a no-brainer. Like,
Can you hear your neighbors now, or did what they do? Because before Doraleous' apartment, he could hear his neighbors whispering.
It was nuts. They did a little bit. They put this foam in the corners. That
Can you hear them now?
Should have. It's muffled a little bit more. It's still. I love my apartment. Don't get me wrong, but what the fuck?
All they did was fill the corner cracks?
With the foam, and that was wide open, so that's why you could hear it like as if your neighbor was in
your ear.
room, because they didn't have the corner. There was nothing between the brick and the and the wall. There was nothing. Like you could even see light through.
Jeez.
See light through.
Yeah.
I feel like you should get out of there.
I'm just giving them a little bit of time. We'll see. Yeah, not to break. Wow, another downer, but I found it very interesting.
Yep. I hurt my knee the other day. Man,
man.
Let's
can't
talk
wait to
about
talk
that.
Oh man, I was
We're talking about parking spots.
walking. I was walking and I
Jimmy
tripped on
Buffett.
a shoe.
We wonder why our subscriber numbers are going down.
Yeah.
Remember when we were talking about bushes? How fun that was?
Yeah, that was really
I
fun.
don't remember how fun
bushes.
anything of that was.
Spitaporum.
I don't care.
Took me forever to remember that name.
Well,
Did you guys see the trailer for Thor?
I did.
yes,
That looks fun.
Awesome.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
We should watch it and then we could talk.
Yeah, there you go.
Pull it up, Neebs. Yeah, I'm in.
So we're looking at a combination of Gladiator, The Hunger Games, Marvel. That's what I think, and it looks great.
Yeah, of course.
And
Oh,
she
yeah,
looks
yeah.
hot, but it makes me think of those things. Am I the only one?
No, I mean
No,
absolutely. it's a
I'm right there with you.
gladiator type experience.
I mean, I don't know what's going on. Okay, Thor gets captured, put into some sort of arena world, and the Hulk's there. How does the Hulk get there?
That's
Like,
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
That's
And he gets a
Ragnarok?
haircut.
Yeah, isn't that Ragnarok?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the comics, so but that trailer excites me
Ragnarok.
because I have no idea what's going on here, but I'm intrigued.
That the woman is Hela, I believe that's
yeah.
Hela?
Okay.
Don't spoil it. I'll find out when
Well,
I
it's
watch
not a
the movie.
spoiler.
Well,
it's like
yeah,
anyone who
it's-
knows that shit
I
knows
don't know
who it
that
is.
shit. That's the
Okay,
thing.
but it's
That's
not
what I love about
spoiling.
it.
She's who?
I
Maybe?
think her name's
I don't think
Hela.
she's
I
that
heard
hot.
Kevin Smith say it.
You don't think she's hot?
I think she's hot as hell.
I don't think.
Oh,
she's that
sexy.
hot.
Very. With the horn thing? If
Oh,
that's not
it's-
the same girl, my God.
Do you know what that's gonna do to you in the hay?
Oh, I know and I like it.
Every time I see that.
What do you do to heads in the hay?
Every time I see a character with horns, I'm just like, how do they sleep?
Well,
Well,
that's a hat.
it's an outfit.
It's a hat.
No,
an
the
outfit.
girl had horns,
No,
didn't
no,
she?
No,
it,
that's
was,
her
it was
hat.
like a mask hat thing. Just like
Really?
Loki
Yeah, it was
has
the-
that's not part of his head, Loki's
Well, I
thing
mean,
on his
even
head.
from
Well,
a
no,
functional
Loki's isn't.
standpoint, you know, if she's going through some tight corridors, that's going to get in the way.
The same woman they showed that crushed the hammer is with the headset. That's like her ruling headset.
She's too skinny.
Isn't that her?
I'll
Same
say-
one.
I like all types.
That
Skinny.
there's a six-pointer.
That's the same lady.
I think.
I
know.
think
Her
it is.
neck's the size of my wrist.
Where's her hair?
Well, underneath the hat.
My goodness, this is
Doesn't-
not
it
hard to
doesn't matter.
figure
It
out.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't look like the same lady to me. The one that caught the hammer.
Let her turn a little bit more.
Maybe it's
Just see the movie.
You're so upset. Like, just see it.
Who
Let's
gives
not
a shit?
discuss it.
Okay.
Who gives a shit?
We
It's a
give a
hat.
shit. We care.
Don't care how she sleeps.
Okay, well, aside from the not being able to sleep thing for the lady, it looks awesome.
Yeah,
I
it
really
looks
can't
great.
wait to
does.
see
Yeah,
it.
the
I'm
trailer
in.
looks great. I can't wait to see it.
And listen, it helps quite a bit when you have the music. Let's get some Led
And
Zeppelin in there.
apparently,
and
getting
come
Led
on.
Zeppelin was a big deal
I'm sure it
because
was.
they're like impossible to get music for. You know
Shrek had Led Zeppelin in it.
Shrek.
Shrek.
what song?
One of the Shrek.
Now
that
it
one.
seems really easy,
It
doesn't
had that song.
Yeah.
in
It
Shrek?
does.
So
In one of the Shrek. in
well,
one of
they're
the
big
Shrek-
Mike
I think
Myers fans, so.
In Shrek 2, that
Electric
song was
Boogaloo.
used.
Also, Snow Day had some Zeppelin in it.
With Chevy Chase. Yeah.
My dog
Disregard.
Skip had Stairway to Heaven. Yeah.
Well, maybe these days.
Lady
Medea's-
Boss had
Medea's
it. I think.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Man, so this year, geez, between there's Thor Ragnarok, Guardians 2, and Spider-Man.
Yeah. Don't want to see Spider-Man. I want to see
And
Guardians 2.
Star Wars, The
You don't wanna
Last
see
Jedi.
Spider-Man?
No.
I'm surprised.
The fun thing
Star
that
Wars, The Last Jedi 2, that's coming out this year.
Kevin,
oh yeah, the new Star Wars.
Kevin Smith was talking about how Marvel just like when DC, it's like the equivalent of when Call of Duty trailer came out and then Battlefield 1 trailer, like that SmackDown. When DC showed their
Justice League
Justice
trailer,
League.
yeah.
And then Spider-Man was like on top of that. And then DC announced that who's doing their or directing their next thing is Joss Whedon. So
Wow.
he's like
Ooh.
flipping sides.
Wow.
And as soon as that news came out and everyone was getting hard about that, then this trailer came out for Thor.
See what
it's
they're
like
doing.
they hold off just enough for announcements. It feels like.
Yeah.
It just-
What is Joss Whedon doing with DC?
I don't remember. But
Okay,
that
interesting.
announcement just happened like last
like
week. or
Joss
so.
Whedon.
I do
Yeah,
too.
and speaking of Joss Whedon, I was just watching Firefly while I was in Mexico in Spanish. But yeah, it does a great show.
Oh yeah, Firefly was amazing.
I don't want to bring things down, but are y'all gonna watch Wonder Woman?
I have no interest in it.
With all the DC movies now, I kind of want to wait for reviews from people I trust
Mm-hmm.
because I've been burned too many times going to see their movies.
Or wait till it's on a plane.
To me,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah.
To me, the trailer looked pretty good.
It looks
I thought so,
interesting.
too.
I
And
agree.
she's hot.
And I
Yeah,
know nothing,
she's
I know
hot,
nothing
yes.
about Wonder Woman. I wish they would have had a Wonder Woman movie before that Batman Superman shit.
Well, watch this one, then go back and watch Batman Superman.
yeah,
don't
maybe
do
it'll make
that.
sense then.
Or
I don't
start
know.
by watching the old hit TV show from the 80s.
Nah,
Linda Carter.
lame. Is that the one with the flying? I've seen like references to it in pop culture, but the one with the flying jet where she's just like sitting down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dumbest
the
looking
best
way to
Wonder
fly.
Flying
Woman
jet,
mo-
how crazy.
the invisible,
invisible
the
jet.
invisible jet. I hope that's in the movie.
Invisible jet.
Invisible
Yeah.
jet, that makes it through. Yeah.
You gotta keep that.
We can still see you, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Seated all awkwardly in the sky.
Who's that crazy bitch flying in the sky?
Yeah, Justice League. It's still. I saw the trailer for that, and it still just looks so dark and depressing, just visually.
Yeah.
Whereas like this is like bright and colorful. It's like okay, this is what I kind of want from a comic book movie, and I don't mind a dark tone, like something like The Dark Knight.
They go
Or
so
but
dark.
yeah, it's just like when you have Superman. Superman's supposed to be sort of a bright character anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So to even make him depressing just seems antithetical to what he's supposed to be. But that's me.
Superman's gonna go emo, start cutting himself
What it
with little
feels
shards
like.
of
Yeah, he's probably gonna show
kryptonite.
up and have a damn black suit on.
His
Like,
hair
jeez.
draped over one eye.
I don't want to save people today.
He's got those sleeves with the thumb holes.
Yep. Works at Hot Topic now.
Yeah, quit saving people.
Shirts are 3 for $15.
You want to buy a Happy Tree Friends T-shirt?
Do they sell those there?
Yeah, like they
Really?
used to at Hot Topic. I haven't been to a
Wow.
Hot Topic in forever. We have one in the mall.
We have them all still?
Yeah, it's,
No, I know
it's
Why do you
still
keep
hanging in
saying
there.
that?
It's just sad.
It's not.
It is a sad
It's always
Malls-
full.
malls
Said
are
this.
sad.
We did this.
And we can't do it again. You
Damn.
can't be wrong again.
The parking lot's full. What are you talking about?
They're all going to Chili's.
It's Ruby Tuesdays.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Something
They're all
out
the
there.
same.
Yeah, let's get off the mall. Get off the mall. Can we talk about this real quick? As good as Marvel does with their films, I feel like Logan was a bit of a miss for me.
Yeah, and that's not. I mean, that is Marvel, but that is this is not Sony. So that's 20th Century Fox.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Well, that
in partnership
explains
with
a lot.
that
Because
explains-
I was
yeah.
disappointed too.
I was disappointed.
Yeah, I
in
was
that.
disappointed as well. It was parts of it were good, but there were a lot of, and we've all seen it here except for Simon.
I didn't
correct?
see it.
Right.
I didn't see
Okay,
it.
you
so-
haven't seen it. Okay, well,
I
I'm not
heard it was
spoiling
really good. Oh, it's great. And the trailer
Nope.
looked good. It was
was-
interesting.
It was decent.
It was okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
decent.
Meanwhile, I went and saw a really fun movie, Skull Island, in 3D, which was really, really fun.
I don't know what that is.
The King Kong one.
The King Kong.
Oh,
movie.
And
right.
Anthony went and saw it.
Did you enjoy it? All right, Anthony gives 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Those are
Okay.
his fingers.
It's so
Those
fun. The CG is incredible. It's fun.
It's hard to tell Anthony's fingers from his thumbs.
Can't think of what other. Oh man, I'm really excited about the third Planet of the Apes movie. That's coming out later this
I was
year.
going to say, because I've
Yeah.
never cared about that franchise when you were talking it up the other day.
I really
Oh,
have
they-
enjoyed
me
the
neither.
last
I
two.
might try it.
Yeah,
I'm
They're-
gonna check
they're
it
good.
out.
The first one's like okay. It's like
Sets
okay,
it up
sets
properly.
it up. But the second one's probably one of the best films I've seen in the last decade. Like,
Really?
it's up there in my mind.
That's
It's
a
like,
big,
I know,
big
I
thing
know.
to
Now,
say.
do I have to see the first one to see the second
I
one?
would.
It helps.
I
Okay.
would.
It helps.
And I did. I saw the first one. I remember being not
That's
really
Wonder Woman.
impressed.
And there's number 3's coming out.
Number 3's coming out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I enjoyed the first one. I was like, oh, that was a fun movie. But then the second one just blew me away. The reason I liked the second one so much was the writing was so smart.
Yeah.
There was no villain.
Well, the third one
Yeah.
has Eddie Murphy in it, and he's playing like 5 characters.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. That's what I'm looking for.
And the fourth one's called Planet of the Apes. So that should
Really?
be fun.
Is that right?
No, it's not.
Yeah,
no,
no,
it's,
no,
I was
no.
kidding. What's
I was
this one
kidding
called?
too.
The third
Eddie
one?
Murphy's not
War
really
for
in
the
it.
Planet. War of the Planet of the Apes, I believe, is the third one.
Yeah.
World,
Yeah.
World
And-
Planet.
yeah.
Planet of the World.
War, yeah.
Planet.
Andy
Apes.
Serkis is back. Yeah, Andy Serkis has killed it as that character. Like, the motion captures. Just
What
Absolutely.
a great name.
Andy
Andy
Serkis.
Circus.
Love that name. It's his real name, huh?
Probably not.
It's like our buddy Johnny Carnival, but he doesn't get nearly as much love.
Terry Freak Show.
Yeah.
I started to watch. I know you touched on it once before. I started to watch OJ, the OJ
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So that's going to be. I think that's going to be a series. Like, there's only one season of this, correct?
Yeah, it's
and
because they can't make up a
I
second.
know. well,
OJ's back on trial.
He goes,
Return of the
there's a
Rock.
reason why I'm saying this.
OJ Ragnarok.
Starring Eddie Murphy as OJ.
Oh Lord.
And
Like I
7
was
other
saying,
If it doesn't fit, you can't quit.
With a hit song by Randy Newman.
Narcos had 2 seasons, right?
Must have quit. Must have
Yeah,
quit.
and
son.
That's
Narcos
what
might
I'm-
come back.
Right, and that's what I'm
But it-
talking about. I
not
didn't know
with-
if it took 2 seasons to show
No.
him get away.
How far did you make it?
First 2 episodes.
How do you like it?
Oh yeah, Cuba. Good for him. I'm
He plays OJ.
He does.
Yeah.
I don't think he looks right, and I just see Cuba. But I feel like, yeah,
He's
I
selling
really
the shit
enjoyed.
out of it to me.
I really enjoyed that series, or the 10 episodes. I really
Fire
did.
it up. I'm watching Archer. There's a new season of Archer on Netflix.
oh, really?
Slowly going through at night.
Nice. I got to get back on that.
I watched a British cooking show. I really did.
I just finished Vikings.
Yeah,
How was
Finished
that? How
it.
was-
4 seasons of it?
Yeah.
Wow, you've been watching a lot of TV, you lazy bastard.
Yeah. I like to, after I work, I try to either while I'm eating dinner or before I go to bed, do something. Well-written show, I think.
Did it finish at 4?
I don't know. I haven't looked to see if it got canceled or if there's going to be another one.
but you give it a out of 10.
I enjoyed it.
That's
I-
not
it's
out
not
of
a
10.
Not a number at all.
Well,
Numbers are weird.
just
I don't
It's
just
just-
throw out 10s easily.
No, you shouldn't.
I'd
That's
I
say
wasn't
it's a
asking
ni-
you to
I'd say
throw
it's
out
a
a 10.
9.
You give it a
Whoa,
9.
that's a
you-
big-
I wouldn't even think you would
I wouldn't give it a 9 easily.
shell out a 9.
Maybe an 8.
Even an 8.
Even an 8, maybe it's a
8 and a
7.
half.
Co-
It's worth a watch, is what you're saying.
I think so.
I think, yeah, we got
Not
some
with the
fun movies
adults.
coming out. I'm trying to think about games. Like what games are coming?
Netflix,
I
I
know.
clicked on something on Facebook the other day, and it was like, maybe 15 things that are going to be coming out in Netflix. Castlevania is going to be a new TV show based on that game.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Like I was never a
Worried.
huge Castlevania fan. Like one of the games I really enjoyed, the PlayStation one, Symphony of the Night. But yeah, I don't know how that's going to translate to TV.
Well, they're also doing a Dig Dug series.
Finally.
If you remember Dig Dug.
Yeah, that's good.
That's starring Eddie Murphy, I believe.
It is.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna go digging now.
Digger, please.
Digging underground, going to blow up the monster.
Is that how he laughs?
Yeah.
Like,
Did anyone watch the new those 2 Chappelle?
I did.
I watched some of it.
I watched one.
How about the new Louis C.K.?
haven't watched that.
No.
Nope.
How is it?
It's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I love him.
He's got a perfect way of being the grumpy old man. He's like the McGrudgeon.
McGruff? Crime
No,
Dog?
McGrudgeon.
Yeah, McGrudgeon.
Curmudgeon?
Curmudgeon.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't use the word often, but my
Whatever the
girl
fuck.
used that word, and I was like, oh, yeah, that probably is the right word to use.
Yeah.
The MacGuffin?
But no,
Fancy
he's
word.
he's got. I like
Take a
his
bite
insight,
out of crime.
man.
That guy?
Is it less depressing as his last show?
The show,
His last show was just like
You
so
mean
so mopey. I couldn't
stand-up?
take it. No, his
the show, I can't
The
watch.
show.
It's
no,
too
forget
depressing.
the show. We're talking about
yeah,
stand-up.
The show had some funny things in it, but the whole thing was just
Just-
always down. There was no other emotions in the show.
Yeah,
It seemed like.
and I think DC did the coloring on it too.
Yeah.
Brought it to the black and. I'm kidding, because you were talking about the DC
Color.
movies. This
Oh,
is
right.
relevant to
Yeah,
what we were
yeah.
talking about.
Bright.
yeah, I understood
and
what you were saying.
Trying to
I just
come
didn't
full
like
circle.
it,
Yeah,
so-
you weren't enjoying that.
It's just a bad joke.
We've been using the same jokes this whole. I was trying to switch it up.
I got
Yeah,
you.
I remember
Yes,
the
yes.
mall
Eddie,
thing.
Eddie Murphy.
Back to
and
the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, malls are
Mall
sad.
sad.
We're so
Nah.
predictable.
Eddie Murphy, 5 different characters.
So what do we do? Let's end it up with something high. We wanted to start off with something.
Yeah.
Easter.
Easter, Jesus died and
Bushes.
came back 3 days
Oh,
later.
azaleas. We just had the azalea festival
Oh,
here.
thank
Oh,
God.
who gives a shit?
Well, I went.
We had
listen,
Duran.
Duran Duran was there. Jason
Derulo.
Mhm.
I went to get a sandwich the other day, and I like the lady that works there. She's like, "Did you go to the azalea festival?" I'm like, "I don't like azaleas." I was like, "We have a lot better flowers in this town because I got a tree that just bloomed, and it was just white. It was beautiful.
Was it dogwood?
It looks like a dogwood, but the flowers are smaller.
What's it called? Do
puppy
you know?
wood.
No, it's not a spit of
You need to come to this podcast with information and
I didn't know we were
facts.
gonna be talking about this. Anyway,
I have a feeling
that
you
tree
did.
needs a festival.
Tree festival.
It's the one I'm thinking about. Is it real big and like when it blooms? Yeah, little tiny
it a
little
river
white
bird?
flowers.
Little tiny-
But then pollen is everywhere.
No, it's not a
not-
Bradford pear.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
The Bradfords bloomed weeks ago when it was still
This
cold.
is why we're losing
Are
subscribers.
you a fucking
I know.
arborist? Yeah.
I like flowers on trees,
I know.
especially in the spring, because that
Just-
means summer's coming.
Just because you like it doesn't mean you need to share it with everybody.
All right.
I just
Fine.
cut down every tree in my yard, by the way.
We'll just shut down the whole podcast right now then.
Yeah.
Those of you with the children's, do you guys do like Easter egg hunts and stuff like that?
My wife does,
Mm-hmm.
and I tell her I'm busy.
You know where you can find a lot of eggs?
On the ground.
Grocery
with his-
store.
Grocery store?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
High energy. Let's
Go out with a
put
bang.
our audience out of their misery in a high, positive way.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here.
I feel like I went to watch a special needs choir. Lord, that's terrible.
That's Randy Newman, right?
It's Randy Newman.
Okay.
I can't tell.
You're going to offend some people.
Probably just Randy Newman.
So Randy Newman and Buffett on tour together.
No, God,
Oh wow. What do you think about that?
I don't.
that'd be an interesting mix in the audience, wouldn't
Good guy. And Kid Rock.
Oh, God.
That's the trio of the century.
I think throw some Marilyn Manson in there.
it? No. What's the insane
Posse
clown
crew.
posse? Yeah. Throw those guys.
SCP in that
Get
bitch.
some juggalos mixing
Spraying
with the.
Faggo all over the audience.
Can Huey Lewis make an appearance?
Yeah, why
Hope
not?
so.
All right, good.
Hope so.
What do they call Huey Lewis fans?
Huey.
Losers?
I don't know.
Hueys?
You losers? Yeah. Over 40?
I love Huey.
I do too.
No, I do
You
want
tip the B square.
Well, that's
to.
it.
I want to see a
That
concert.
song's pretty lame.
The harder rock and roll.
That's a good song.
like that one?
Yeah.
I feel like Huey Lewis's head was like 4 feet long. He had a big, long head.
Did he?
Like, I think 2 feet of it was like hair, though.
Good observation.
Yeah, I never saw his head.
So let's say, someone say goodbye because I
Let's say
can't do
goodbye.
it.
I was singing goodbye.
Someone else say it.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We apologize for whatever you just had to sit through, but don't forget to tune in next 2 weeks.
Right.
For
a much,
bi-weekly.
a
You know what,
much
we-
better podcast.
Yeah, what we should do is we should get podcast topics from the audience. Like maybe they can leave it down in the comments section.
Here you
Comments.
go.
Just
I like
Ooh.
it.
It's
There
all
we
going to
go.
be Buffett and Newman.
We can cruise through the comments. It's like, oh, like
Yeah. More bushes.
It's
Yes.
it's a good way to bring up conversation.
Yeah, and you know what? And Neebs, your job, I'm going to give you a job. You're going to pick 3 things that we can maybe talk about for
He
next
doesn't
week
know
through the
English.
comments.
Yep.
You have to do it in Spanish.
I will possibly do that.
Do it,
Trace.
maybe. All right, we'll see. Thanks a lot, guys. See you
Yay.
next time.
Oh, yeah, baby. Bye-bye.
Outside of food, I get to live.